About less than 24 hours ago, I figured out that Bigfoot is this big thing in Pennsylvania because there was a sighting pretty close to where I live. My girlfriend actually took the time to yap to me about it, and trust me, I listen. Alright, I'm a great human being. I like to listen when people say things.
He claimed he was traveling roughly 150 yards behind another vehicle when he noticed something strange, a dark figure appearing to enter the highway ahead of the other vehicle. It was described as a human-like head, shoulders standing over the vehicle in front of him, and the whole body was dark.
Hell no.
This led to the curiosity that we're about to dive into today. Because Bigfoot, ladies and gentlemen, might actually be real. I don't know.
That's chilling. I have chills. I don't want to read this.
This led me to figuring out the Bigfoot website. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a Bigfoot website in the world, and I had no clue. That is an abomination. I should know all of these things, but I don't know how I don't. Now, the weird thing about this specific Bigfoot case was there were, I think, 3 eyewitnesses or just witnesses of the situation. And this, for someone who is extremely logical like myself, builds the curiosity and tingles some of my synapses. Now, off of first glance, just going over the website, I was pretty enlightened by the depth of information that these people have about Bigfoot. It was really cool just sitting there on my Saturday enjoying the information I was consuming. They have every sighting, they have the publications of these things, they have the reports. It was pretty well put together. Now, the one that we really care about is this one that happened in my area on October 4th, 2025. On this day is when that chilling event happened. And as I read through the event, I actually started to see some of what people were talking about and why Andrea was actually chilled about it. Now, as I was reading this, I saw that the observer, for some reason, said his wife, who was in the car with him, can't testify for the situation that happened. Now, obviously, as an intellect, ladies and gentlemen, my antennas went up, right? Why would you be the only person in the car that can say this for sure? So we did more and more of the research. They had a whole investigation done on this by a person. Look at the report. So after doing the report, obviously, as someone with a full brain, full working synapses, I decided to use AI. I decided to use AI to put all these together into a fun little video to see it, because I don't just get things and understand things from reading. That's for old people. So after Gemini generated some videos, I wasn't really satisfied, so I honestly used the Sora thing, and it gave me some really good videos that sort of visualized everything that I read.
We were heading west on I-80, right around mile marker 169. I was matching traffic at 77, about 150 yards behind this Subaru. 4 lanes, 2 driving, 2 shoulders. And then I saw something in the center of the right-hand pool.
Basically, this person's account was they were in a lane driving, and the car in front of them apparently had this dark, slender, about 6 feet 2 inches tall figure go across the road in a very weird moving way, right? It was like this person was a Slender Man type figure.
And then someone sees something crossing the highway.
It might be Bigfoot.
I'm literally gonna kill myself.
Now, I wasn't done there. I went on the tubes, on the YouTube, to watch the news podcast of this shit, and they too were pretty intrigued at it. This has some substance. So we took more time to see other sightings of the Bigfoot. Now, as I'm getting interested, and I want to see what people have done on this actual thing, right? What other sightings have there been in Pennsylvania? And apparently Pennsylvania is a big place for Bigfoot sightings.
Jason Talmadge takes a lot of walks through the woods, looking for one thing.
They're known as swamp apes. In Virginia, it's wood boogers, Ohio, grassman.
But the most common names of this creature are Bigfoot and Sasquatch.
Ladies and gentlemen, wood boogers really increased the curiosity a lot. People even have tattoos of this shit. One thing I like to say is that I don't think human beings are just that stupid. People care about it, so there must be some substance. I'm not gonna lie, this picture was gold when I saw it. It's insane. So now, after going over some of these videos and the past experiences, the next thing I wanted to do was really do a review of the first Bigfoot incident. And this happened in 1967. This is actually called the Patterson Gremlin film. This is where Bigfoot became Bigfoot. After going over the film, I took my time to read on the website a little bit and understand some of the things that people were saying about the film. The first thing I saw was obviously that the guy who filmed the video, who obtained the footage, confessed to wearing the costume. This obviously took a lot of evidence, a lot of ethos. I like to say ethos because I'm complicated, I'm different. Now, after reading the entire report, I went on YouTube and saw this video that actually did pretty well to sort of sell the fact that the Bigfoot video was indeed real. Now, the first point that they made about this Bigfoot situation was the guy who claimed to be in a suit had a lot of inconsistencies in the things that he was saying.
His narrative contains several inconsistencies. Initially, Hieronymus described the suit as being made of horsehide, noting it, quote, smelled bad, end quote. Later, he mentioned it was crafted from a synthetic material. Such contradictions raise serious questions about the credibility of his account.
Now, this guy's so deep that we actually saw Bob Hieronymus, the guy that claimed he was in the suit, did a whole impersonation of this thing again to prove that he was indeed the guy in the suit. And there were a lot of people saying that Bob Hieronymus had an incentive to disprove Bigfoot because he was getting a lot of autographs, he was getting a lot of monetary value and fame with it. People took their time to look at the reimagination of the Bigfoot incident and figure out that bro was lying, all right?
He has attempted to replicate the walk on camera before, but if you've seen it, you know that it's not really that close of an approximation. Maybe at first glance, if you're naturally skeptical, you might think that it is, but if you examine the details of the movement closely, it really isn't.
Also, they had a lot of experts look at this as well and claim that the video does look like an actual primate walking. It looked real enough for experts, anthropologists, to say that this was indeed a Bigfoot or a primate-like thing. So with all this evidence coming my way, mind you, I'm very much on the side now of, okay, this might actually be a Bigfoot, right? I went and did some research and looked online to see where this was taken. It was apparently taken in California. And then when you look deeper into that, you figure out that California hasn't had a primate in 26 million years. And the primate that they had 26 million years ago doesn't look anything like Bigfoot. So what really is the statement here? What can you really say of there being a Bigfoot or not? We don't know. This is one of the hardest questions out there, and you've watched it to this point, and right now I can't tell you there's a Bigfoot or there's not a Bigfoot. It's all about what you freaking believe. Did you enjoy the video though? You did. Hey, thank you for watching. Peace out. Bye bye.